Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Monday, August 26th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks enjoyed your weekend, and I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Monday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Plus, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we are expecting for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the remainder of this week, the upcoming weekend, Labor Day weekend that is, and also into the start of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Monday night, the last Monday in August. Last Monday in August. And of course, today my featured National Day holiday from today happens to be one of the most popular national days of the year. So, of course, today was National Dog Day. So, for those of you that have dogs, even for those of you that do not have dogs, I don't have any live pets, but I just want to. So today was your lucky day to do all sorts of things, activities for your dogs. It was about the dogs. And of course, today was National Dog Day. On this day, National Dog Day encourages dog ownership of all breeds. While seeking a new companion, be sure to consider the mutts, mixes, purebreds, and everything in between. Whether mixed or purebred, embrace the opportunity for all dogs to live a happy, safe, and abuse-free life. They all give us companionship. Additionally, they keep us safe and they aid to those in need. Dogs play. Well, they play many roles in our lives as well. They keep us healthy, both physically and mentally. While many days aim to find loving homes for dogs, this day expands that consideration to look beyond the breed. Look into the heart of the animal. The purpose of the National Dog Day Foundation is to rescue 10,000 dogs each year. Like the old saying, a dog is a man's best friend. Breeds. Purebreds are animals whose parents were both of the same breed. While the American Kennel Club, or the AKC, recognizes official breeds, not all dogs with parents from the same breed are considered official by the AKC. One benefit of purebred animals is that characteristics such as behavior and size are predictable. With mixed breed animals, the genetics becomes uncertain, and some of the predictability is lost. However, when it comes with mixed breed animals, the genetics becomes uncertain, and some of the predictability is lost. However, when it comes to choosing a dog to add to your family or for training one to join a team, both purebred and mixed breeds may still fit the bill. Both types of dogs, young and old, find their way to shelters. Many popular breeds fill shelters due to recent films or television shows. Families buy an animal imagining they will make the perfect pet, but are unprepared for the training, care, and other responsibilities that come with canine care. Regardless of their genetics, all dogs require care and training. If there's a particular breed that has captured your heart, check the shelters. You might be surprised to find either a purebred or one that is a mix of the kind you're fond of. When dogs find a forever home, their companionship creates lifelong benefits. They bring with them joy, loyalty, and devotion. Eventually, no matter the breed, these pets become family. And here are some tips on how to observe National Dog Day. Listen to Dog Walking by the Nits from their album Pixel Parks. When considering adoption, adopt, don't shop. If you have your heart set on a purebred companion, consider visiting a website like bestfriends.org or petfinder.com to find one at a shelter. Learn how organizations like these are changing the way we adopt. As you search for your new family member, get prepared. Keep in mind the needs of a small versus large dog. Until you find your forever companion, consider volunteering at your shelter or becoming a foster parent. Use hashtag National Dog Day and post photos of your dog on social media. Take your dog for a walk. If you do not have a dog, ask to take your neighbor's dog for a stroll or volunteer at a shelter. So the history behind Dog Day. Colleen Page, pet lifestyle expert, founded National Dog Day in 2004. So here's some facts about dogs. A happy dog will hold its tail high and wag it. Other signs that a dog is happy include relaxed ears and body posture, leaning on you, initiates play. There may be many reasons for a dog licking a human. Licking may be a sign of affection, such as he likes you. It might also be because you just ate that piece of jerky or you taste a little salty. Licking can also be a way to get your attention. Is it mealtime? Do they need to go out? They might also be telling you, quote, hey, don't stop scratching that spot, end quote. So that's one of the main subject and topics to you guys about dogs. So I do appreciate the comments of you posting your picture of your dog that I love to see. I hope, and I do appreciate you leaving your comments on behalf of National Dog Day from earlier today. I actually made that post this morning about National Dog Day. I do appreciate for those of you who saw my post and leaving your pics with the dog. That way, because a dog is a man's best friend. But well, of course, dogs are the most popular pet. So I hope you've taken this Monday, doing something special for your dog. Those are some of the most lovable pets, anyone could have. Today also was National Got Check Day, National Webmistress Day, National Cherry Popsicle Day. Also today was National Women's Equality Day. Those are some of the few national days we celebrated here on this day, August 26th. Now, I'm not saying technically this is a new segment I want to add, but here's some of the some of the birthdays, the famous Americans that we celebrated that had birthdays today. Today, TV actor Dylan O'Brien turned 33. Rapper Lil Tecca turned 22. TikTok store. Today, TV actor Dylan O'Brien turned 33. Rapper Lil Tecca turned 22. Movie actress Keke Palmer turns 31. TV actor Charlie Gillespie turns 26. Movie actor, best known for Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin turns 44. And also movie actress Melissa McCarthy has turned 54. So, do you know anyone who celebrated a birthday today? So let's move on with your weather. Another warm night is expected, with low temperatures expected to drop into the lower 70s under partly cloudy skies. So tonight's gonna be another so it's gonna be a warm and a little muggy evening for us tonight. So we began the week up on a very hot note, but the humidity was more moderate. So it's a good thing we're not under a heat advisory. Tomorrow, going into your Tuesday, another hot day is expected, with high temperatures rising back into the mid to upper 90s. Getting up to nearing 100 certainly is not out of the question. But I do have some major changes on the way, especially later this week. And I do have some changes on the way, especially excuse me. I do have some changes on the way, especially later this week. Now here are your averages and your records for today's date, Monday, August 26th. Normal high is 94. Normal low is 72. 110 is the record high set exactly just a year ago today in 2023. In fact, it was the second, that's like the third time in history we've tied the all-time hottest temperature ever recorded in Shreveport. It's hard to believe it's been a year since we tied the all-time hottest temperature ever observed in Shreveport, 110 degrees. We did it once back on August 18th, 1909, and we've done it 2 other times on both August 25th and August 26th of 2023. So, hard to believe that 1 year, now, excuse me, fortunately, now, it's hard to believe that we tied the all-time hottest temperature ever recorded in Shreveport of 110 degrees. Thank God it did not get that hot today. Didn't feel like it would get up to 110. We may have gotten into the triple digits, but not 110. Record low for this day is 57 degrees, set back in 1891. Excuse me. And of course, what you see here is nothing too much is showing on the local radar. We're not in any watches and warnings or anything. But in my forecast, we're not under any watches and warnings or anything here on this Monday night. And of course, all is quiet here. What you see on the local radar, on the Shreveport on the local radar, all is quiet with not a drop of rain to be found anywhere in sight. Not even a small shower. Now, what you do see is a few showers out in the waters of the Gulf and also across the Florida coastline, but fortunately, nothing too much is happening here. But what's going to happen is that we're going to be concentrating on a rather very soggy and wet pattern coming later this week. So but one thing in mind is one thing for sure, what is going to happen later this week is a very soggy and rainy pattern with chances of with the chances of storms that begin to set up that will begin to set up later this week. So we've had a mixture of clouds and sunshine with the afternoon high temperatures topping the upper 90s, nearing 100. But the humidity wasn't all that oppressive. So that is why we have not had a heat advisory being issued. So if you're not now, of course, so far all month long we settled into a consistently dry pattern. And fortunately, it looks like it's going to the upper level ridge that we've been parked on, that the upper level ridge that's been our dominant weather feature for much of this month is finally going to move its way. It's finally going to move its way out to the west. That's going to be replaced by a huge upper level low and upper level trough. That's going to give us and rather sea breeze activity, moisture from the Gulf is what's going to give us several days of decent chances of rain. So if you're looking for rain, I finally have that we can see several days of fairly decent rain chances on the way. So fairly decent rain chances that we can have fairly decent rain chances on the way in the coming days. So for those of you that's looking that's been begging and looking for rain, it's finally going to happen. So I'll let you guys know exactly how much rain could be on the way, and it's also going to have an impact on temperature. So we just have to get through at least a couple more hot days on the way. So temperature outside here on this Monday night is 82 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Humidity is 62%. Dew point is 68 degrees. So the dew point levels aren't that oppressive. That's what gives a feels like temperature of 85 degrees. So that's what it feels like. So it is not all that humid outside. It's just a rather seasonably warm night for us. I should say winds are calm. Strong to severe thunderstorms for portions of the Midwest into the Great Lakes. Dangerous heat from Midwest into Mid-Atlantic. Severe thunderstorms and heavy rain will be possible primarily across the Great Lakes region and portions of the Midwest. Dangerous heat will affect the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic where several new record highs are forecast. Monsoonal moisture may produce heavy rainfall and isolated flash flooding in the Southwest and Southern Rockies. So as of right now, even on this last Monday in August, the tropics continue to remain quiet as of right now. But with it been like a week or so, things could change. And likewise, a week or so, things could change. So likewise, in like a week or so, things could change based upon what is happening in the tropics. So tonight with partly cloudy skies, we should bottom out at 74 degrees. So tonight is going to be another warm night for us. So normally by now we should be in the low 70s as it gets closer to the end of August. So our low temperature tonight is forecast to be 74 degrees with partly cloudy skies with a light south-southwest wind, and we're not expecting any rain. Now tomorrow, of course, could be one of the last times to see 100 degrees. Now today, officially in Shreveport, when we managed to reach 100, that would be like at least the 14th time we've done so this year. So that would be like exactly the 14th time we were able to reach in the triple digits this year. So if we're expecting triple digits, then it looks like we have at least a couple. So tomorrow could be one of the very last chances we see temperatures reaching or surpassing the century mark this year. Of the weekend, hopefully for the year, to better be on the safe side. So tomorrow going into your Tuesday, expect mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Use extreme caution if you have to be outside for an extended period of time. Remember to take frequent breaks, drink plenty of water, and also don't forget to check up on relatives and neighbors. So be sure to drink plenty of water if you have to be outside during the day tomorrow, heading into your Tuesday with the high temperature topping that at 100. So high temperature topping that at 100. So we have an east-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, and chance for I'm going to leave at least a 10% chance, not much any greater. And here's how we're setting up your day heading into your Tuesday. So we have partly cloudy. So we have mostly clear to partly cloudy skies during the overnight hours tonight. And so we begin tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with a temperature of 74 degrees with mostly clear skies. 9 a.m. tomorrow with hazy sunshine, with hazy sunshine, we should be at 84 degrees. Around noon tomorrow with hazy sunshine, we should be at 93 degrees. And then around 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with hazy sunshine, we should be up to 98 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with hazy sunshine, we should be at 96 degrees. And then we'll have mostly clear skies tomorrow night with the temperature around 9 p.m. the temperature of 88 degrees. So I have incredibly good news for those of you that's tired of the hot and dry conditions, because lately, although it's been hot with temperatures reaching, so number one, the heat has not been as oppressive as it was this time last year, but we still only have received 0.09 of an inch of rain, so it is still awfully dry. So we still have received. Now the week was off to an incredibly hot and dry start. I'm just wondering how long could that, how much longer could that last? So I'm still expecting. So even though it's been hot, the heat and humidity have not been all that oppressive. So once again, for basically over the past few days. So basically within the past few days. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing? How was your day today? So basically, over the past few days, within much of the past week, we've enjoyed the relatively moderate humidity, although temperatures have been hot. With much of the past week, we've seen temperatures in the upper 90s reaching or approaching 100. But fortunately, it looks like that the ridge is finally going to break down, allowing for decent chances of showers and storms to return. And I'm about to let you guys know how much rain could we be expecting throughout the course of the upcoming Labor Day holiday weekend. So here's what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. After low temperatures tonight, 74 degrees with partly cloudy skies. That's just a couple degrees above normal. Tomorrow, of course, we'll have partly to mostly sunny skies during the day. Tomorrow we'll have mostly sunny and partly cloudy skies tomorrow. It's going to be hot. Remember to use extreme caution if you have to be outside for an extended period of time. Remember to take frequent breaks, drink plenty of water, even though we are not under heat advisory. So with the high of 100, low of 76. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour and no rain is expected. And only a 10% chance of rain is expected. Some of us may see a small shower or two. And then on Wednesday, we'll have mostly sunny, partly similar to what we're going to see tomorrow. We'll have mostly sunny, partly cloudy skies. Maybe a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two possible. And also use extreme caution if you have to be outside for an extended period of time for your Wednesday with the high of 99, low of 73. With the high of 99, low of 75. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. So looks like Wednesday we had a slight 20%, had a small 20% chance for your Wednesday. And then Thursday is when all of us could see some rain. So Thursday will be the first of several days with some much decent scattered to numerous and widespread rainfall returning to the area. This is when we start to see a gradual weather pattern change. And also, as a result, temperatures will be much lower for daytime highs, as opposed to being in the mid to upper 90s, approaching or nearing 100, like where we have been for most of this month. For Thursday, it will be mostly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon, with the high of 91, low of 75. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Now that's in the forecast for your Thursday. But it doesn't. And then on Friday, summer conditions for your Friday, mostly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms. With the high of 90, low of 75. Winds will be from the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Of course, it will be humid, but what's going to help keep our daytime high temperatures lower is the cloud cover. And of course, going into your Saturday as we wrap up the August from this in the midst of the upcoming weekend, it will be mostly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms. With a few thunderstorms possible for your Saturday. High of 90, low of 75. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Now, I'm not looking at all day. I'm not looking at all day's rain for on any of those days. And then Sunday, we start to see better rain chances increasing. Of course, this coming next Sunday is September 1st. We'll have partly cloudy skies. It will be partly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms in spots. With the high of 88, low of 73. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Now going into your Labor Day, which is exactly as a week from today. This will be for next Monday, September 2nd. Week from today, it will be mainly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms, mostly in the afternoon. High of 89, low of 74. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Excuse me. Now these numbers can change, but this is what I have in the forecast as of right now. So after a couple more hot and dry days, then beginning Thursday and lasting through at least early next week, we have several days of decent, off and on chances of widespread of scattered through numerous showers and thunderstorms, becoming more widespread as we approach your Labor Day holiday, which is a week from today. So cloud cover will have an impact on will have an impact on daytime high temperatures, but one thing for certain is that it will be humid. But the humidity is going to stick around. Looks like the unsettled weather pattern will linger into your Tuesday of next week, which is next Tuesday, which is September 3rd. Mostly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, chance of rain 50%. And then for next Wednesday, September 4th, where partly cloudy skies with a few showers, especially with the few showers possible. Highs will be in the low 90s, chance of rain 30%. And then for next Thursday, September 5th, partly cloudy and humid with at least a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm, or two possible, with highs returning to the low 90s. So after a couple more days of a strictly summer pack after a couple more days of summer-like conditions, with finally rain chances. But first of all, we just have to get through a couple more very hot and dry days with highs reach. We have to get through a couple more hot and dry days with highs reaching the upper 90s, nearing 100. Now today we hit 100 in Shreveport, and it is likely that we will hit that tomorrow. So if you're tired of the heat, if you're tired of the heat, then I have incredibly good news. Then later this week, with rain chances, so finally I have incredibly good news. We just have to get past both tomorrow and Wednesday, with highs reaching the upper 90s, nearing 100 on each day. And then we're in for a gradual weather change. We'll have more clouds during the day, but daytime highs will have more clouds, but the humidity is going to stick around. But we have enough cloud cover to keep our daytime highs basically in the mid up, just near the slightly below normal. Something we haven't seen in a while. So we're gonna be in for a gradual weather change as an upper level low pressure system is going to settle itself over the area. That's going to keep us with some. That'll finally give us some much needed rainfall, because any rain. Because any rain is appreciable, because now for basically much of the past week, it's that humidity levels have been the past few days, within much of the past week, humidity level. The reason we have not been under heat advisory for much of the past few days is humidity levels have remained moderate. So humidity has been not too oppressive compared to what we have seen early in the month with the excessive heat, with the multiple heat advisories and the excessive heat warnings we've had in place. So finally, the upper level ridge is going to give up. Our traditionally hot summer pattern is going to be replaced with humid, moist, and wet conditions, with several days of decent rain chances. This will most likely begin on Thursday. That will carry into the entire Labor Day holiday weekend. So within the next 7 days, so temperatures are likely to reach the triple digits one last time for Tuesday, with high temperatures close to 100 one last time, and with highs expected to reach the upper 90s on Wednesday. It's possible that we could do it again Wednesday. From there, we still with high, and of course cloud with increased humidity and rain chances. Also have enough cloud cover to keep our highs in the low 90s, beginning Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We'll have highs in the low 90s each day. And then we'll start off September early next week with even more clouds that will hold our daytime highs even only in the upper 80s for both Sunday and Monday. Of course, Monday of next week is Labor Day. We'll have highs in the upper 80s each day. So, of course, this is welcome news from a persistently hot and dry pattern we've been in for much of the past several weeks. Nearly almost month. For the past several weeks, we've been under an upper level ridge of high pressure, which has kept the area persistently hot and dry, which is in the upper level high pressure. The upper level ridge is what's kept us hot and dry, with daytime highs reaching and surpassing 100 several times over the past few weeks. But finally, so the very last of this upper level reach will take place both tomorrow and Wednesday, before we settle into a rather moist, more humid, and rather unsettled weather pattern that carries through Thursday up until at least the start of next week. It looks like the rain chances will continue. Decent rain chances will continue at least until the middle, toward the second half of next week. Excuse me. So get ready. So whatever plans you have in store, get ready to get those. So beginning on Thursday, Friday. Of course, we know that this coming Friday is the first of the the first of the high school football games we have here in Louisiana. We have here across Louisiana. You know, like with the area high school jamborees, the high school football season beginning officially starting later this week. So you probably want to, your best bet is to probably grab those umbrellas. So beginning Thursday, Friday, whatever Labor Day holiday weekends plans you have in store, keep an eye on the sky and watch for those showers and thunderstorms. So as of right now, I'm not looking at rainfall to be expected. But what most will happen, so chances of rain will be more scattered numerous for Friday, and then we just have a few. Then scattered Thursday, a little more numerous and widespread for Friday, and a little more scattered for Saturday, and then becoming a little more numerous for Sunday, and definitely the most widespread rainfall is set for next Monday. That's the way things are looking right now. So we just have to get through a couple more very hot and dry days. That's both tomorrow and Wednesday. Then we're in for a gradual weather change. Beginning Thursday, that will last at least until the first half of next week. So heat index, so both tomorrow and Wednesday with the excessive heat possible, we'll have the heat index temperatures, the feels like temperature heat index of 106 for tomorrow, 107 for Wednesday, and then as daytime temperatures will be much lower beginning on Thursday, we'll only have beginning much lower beginning on Thursday through at least early next week. We'll have heat index values with the humidity around. We'll have heat index values in the mid upper 90s near 100. That's what it's going to feel like, especially with the humidity. Now your rain chances have a 10% now. Looks like that tomorrow and Wednesday are going to be the only 2 days without measurable rainfall. Tomorrow and Wednesday we have a couple more. We have a couple more dry days left. So despite the heat, try to enjoy those while you can. So, but I know we've been praying and begging for rain for weeks to come. So again, I have a 10% chance for tomorrow. That goes up to a 20% for Wednesday. I have 30% rain chances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 40% chance for Sunday, and 70% chance come Monday. Which of course Monday is late. Of course, Monday of next week is Labor Day. So and of course the rainfall estimates, we should be looking at anywhere between an inch and a half, between 1 to inch and a half. Some years could get as much as up to 2 inches or greater between now and early next week. So this is definitely going to be welcome news. So as of right now, we're still likely we could finish off the month of August with slightly below normal rainfall rather than being much below normal. So as of right now, we're like at our third driest August on record, and that's likely going to change depending on the amount of rain we see later this week. That will most likely change indefinitely. Going to early next week, we'll start off September off the same way we're going to end August. Mild and kind of rather mild and not as hot. But if you're liking rain for later this week into the upcoming weekend, the upcoming Labor Day holiday weekend, then come in 2 thumbs up and also come in 2 thumbs up and also just so like I said, so a couple more days more days you need sunglasses and sunscreen, a couple more days, and then beginning Thursday through the entire Labor Day weekend up until early next week, you will get those umbrellas ready. So get those umbrellas ready for later this week with decent chances of rain to persist beginning on Thursday through at least the first part of next week. So, and also, so get ready for a rather stormy conclusion to the weekend too. We have several days of decent chances of rain. So and of course, and it looks like that the best chance for everyone will at least receive some rain will happen on the Labor Day holiday, which is next Monday, September 2nd, exactly 1 week from today. It will happen on the Labor Day holiday, exactly 1 week from today. So get ready for the return, following the gradual return, the gradual ending to the upper level ridge, which has kept us hot and dry for the past few weeks. With the exception of we kept us hot and dry basically all month long. And finally, and so far, come to think of this, each day so far this month, our high temperature has been at least 95 degrees or better. But that's going to change beginning Thursday. Going to the last 2 days of the month, we'll have highs in the low 90s each day. If we're lucky, we may even struggle to get out of the 80s on each of those days. Definitely later the weekend to early next week. This is going to be, so by us having received rain, it's going to be welcome news for all of us, because we desperately need it, because the vegetation is, although it's a bit more moist than it was this time last year, some areas are gradually drying out, being under the upper level ridge. So get ready for a rainy conclusion to the weekend, to the upcoming holiday weekend. And as of right now, the tropics continue to remain quiet in the Atlantic. The tropics continue to remain quiet in the Atlantic as of right now, but I will keep you informed if anything. Excuse me. Looks like we could have a new system in the tropics developing sometime real soon. I will keep you guys up to date with that through the course of later in the week. I'll have updates on it. So one last chance to reach triple digits this year will be both tomorrow and Wednesday, and then we'll settle into the upper 80s, low 90s beginning Thursday through at least early next week. I had a fabulous day. And I hope, Miss Lisa, you've enjoyed your day with your dog on behalf of National Dog Day. So get ready for a gradual change to our weather pattern beginning late this week into early next week, with the chances of rain finally arriving in. First time in a while we actually have an estimated rainfall amount well over an inch. I mean, we sure need the rain. Now that football season is around the corner, it is time to start now. It's time to give some okay, now that football season is around the corner, I just want to give a we just wrapped up another weekend of preseason games. Now here's a recap of all the preseason games that was played this weekend. I believe it was the final week of the NFL preseason matchups. So most of these games were either played Saturday or Sunday. So of course we're getting into the so excuse me. So this weekend was the final week of the NFL preseason game. I do apologize. I have not been giving you guys preseason scores updates within the past few weeks. So this is the final week of the preseason NFL week 3 of the preseason final scores. Excuse me. And of course I believe all of these were either played Saturday or Sunday. I specifically cannot tell, but now here's the NFL preseason recap. The recap of the NFL preseason scores from week 3. Indianapolis Colts 27. Indianapolis Colts 27. Cincinnati. In Colts 27. Bengals 14. Bears 34. Chiefs 21. Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars shot the Atlanta Falcons. Final score 31-0. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24. Dolphins 14. The 49ers and the Raiders ended with a tie. The Panthers 31, Bills 26. Lions 24, Steelers 17. Green Bay 30, Ravens 7. Vikings 26, Eagles 3. Houston Texans 17, Los Angeles Rams 15. Chargers 26, Cowboys 19. Jets 10, Giants 6. Seahawks 37, Browns 33. Titans 30, Saints 27. So both the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints lost their respective NFL preseason games. Broncos 38, Cardinals 12. Commanders 20, Patriots 10. So both the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints have lost their respective NFL preseason games. So looking into week 1 between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. So at noon on Sunday, September 8th, the New Orleans Saints will have their season opener. Of course, they'll have their season opener at home as they will host the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, September 8th. I have more updates on this next week, just days before the start to the 2024 NFL season. And the Dallas Cowboys will be on the road to face the Cleveland Browns next Sunday, September 8th at 3:25 p.m. On September 9th, that's 2 weeks from today. So, and also, I believe the LSU Tigers will face the USC Trojans. Am I correct with the LSU Tigers football this coming Sunday, September 1st? So it's time to. So the 2024 the NFL season will begins as they will be playing against the USC Trojans on Sunday evening, September 1st. It will be broadcast on the SEC. It will be broadcast nationally on ABC at Allegiant Stadium. And so the LSU Tigers will be heading to Las Vegas to face the USC Trojans on Sunday evening, September 1st at 6:30 p.m. and it will be nationally televised on ABC. So get ready for some LSU football on Sunday, September 1st. This coming Sunday, September 1st. I'll have more updates on it throughout the week. Oh, and of course this season with my football, of course I will still have the area. I'll try to have some area high school football highlights as well as the. Should I do the entire NFL season or just mainly the Cowboys and the Saints games, and also the LSU football for this upcoming season. So just stay tuned because I'm beginning to open back up my football segment here since football season is getting underway. And of course, in tomorrow night's video, I will have my National Day calendar fact for you guys as well as the latest with you. So the latest on the end of the end of the scorching hot temperatures and return to a rather rainy and I'll have the very latest updates on our upcoming rain chances later this week. So that's what I will have for you guys here as we go throughout the course of the remainder. So here's what I will have in tomorrow night's video. Another brief preview for this for the. I'm not sure if I have any preview on the football matchups that's set up later this week. That with the football matchup set up later this week, as well as the as well as in my National Day calendar segment. Also, I will keep you guys posted on the last of our scorching hot temperatures and dry conditions, and of course I will have the very latest on the expected upcoming rain chances later this week, along with not so hot temperatures coming later this week. So I have the very latest on that in tomorrow night's video, and this will conclude my video with you guys here on this Monday night. And once again, this will conclude my video for you guys here on this Monday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I am officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.